As we now reach the halfway point for 2017, the one thing I hear from a lot of people out there is that they are already disappointed and not satisfied by where they are this year. That it seems just like yesterday that we were coming up on December 31st, New Year's Eve, and everybody was writing down their New Year's resolutions on where they wanted to be in 2017, what they wanted to accomplish both physically, financially, mentally, and to have a much better year than the previous year. And now that we reached the halfway point, you realize, wow, how fast time has passed. And you reflect to see, where am I today? The goals that I had set for myself, am I any closer to attaining those goals with half the year left? And the theme of this recording is that some things that become difficult or are difficult may end up becoming impossible, but you can still win even though it's impossible. How is that possible? So, when you made your New Year's resolution, you made a difficult decision, or you knew that the task that you were undertaking was a difficult one. Halfway through the year, you're nowhere near or close to achieving those goals. It now seems impossible. I'm here to tell you that you can still win. I'm going to tell a story because I was also in that same situation. Where I am right now was not even on my radar screen, was not even contemplated or even a thought 6 months ago. Now, I've been a professional entrepreneur now for 18 years. I've been full-time for the last 8 years. I'm a 7-figure earner. I've made 7 figures. I've lost 7 figures. I'll tell you right now, I'm not a hype guy. I have had more setback and failures than I've had success. But the successes that I've had has allowed me to live a quality of life that most people might only dream of. To have complete freedom, to be your own boss, to wake up when you're finished sleeping. You know, these are things that many people may hope for, may wish for, and never attain. It's possible, but you've got to work for it. But even saying that, it has not been an easy road. In fact, if I look at the last few years, it's been seen, as far as my own eyes, as one setback after another. You know, when you realize that you've worked as hard as you can possibly work, and things just seem not to go your way. Things just seem to be working for everybody else, but not yourself. And when I look at my own story the last couple of years, you know, I really cannot fault. I look at what could I have done differently? What decisions could I have made different to have different results? But we've always performed. It's always been things outside of our control that has hit us, that has set us back. Seemingly over and over and over, to the point where even personally I was ready to throw in the towel. I was ready to give up. I was ready to say maybe it's time to move on and do something different. You can even say being at one of your lowest points in your business career, that also can take a mental turn on you, where what once was difficult became impossible. At this point in my career, as I start on a brand new journey, it almost seems impossible, not just difficult, because of what we've been through over the past year, or 2 years, or 3 years. losing an entire organization, to watch all of the people that you helped train over the years are now leaders in their own right, doing other things in other companies, and that's great. More power to them. But you don't personally benefit from any of that work that you put in anymore. And the thought of having to start all over again and do it from scratch. What started off as difficult can be seen as impossible. But here's the good news, and by no means am I a Bible scholar, but I go back to the story of Lazarus. And if you know the story, reflect on that. But if you don't, just touch up on it just a bit. Well, Lazarus was ill. He was sick. And Jesus was coming to town with the disciples. And Jesus had been performing miracles left and right, healing the sick. And Lazarus' family was begging and rushing Jesus to come to their town to heal and save Lazarus. And Jesus said he would. But Jesus was in no rush either. He was not on their time. He was on his time. And as Lazarus kept getting sicker and sicker, the people were thinking, oh, this is going to be difficult for Jesus to come and save him. He's getting worse and worse each day. Where's Jesus? Where is he? How come Jesus is not rushing over here? How come he's not acting like this is an emergency? This man is about to die. It's now becoming even more difficult. Jesus needs to come, but he's not here. Nowhere to be seen. Lazarus dies. Not only does he die, but they put him in a tomb. And they wait more than 3 to 4 days because it was known that it takes 3 or 4 days for your soul to leave your body. So there really is no coming back. And finally, all of a sudden, Jesus shows up on the 4th day. I'm here. What's going on, everybody? And Lazarus' family is like, what? Now you show up? It's over. He's dead. What was once difficult is now impossible. The man is dead. Where were you when we needed you? Where were you when we called upon you? Things don't always happen on your time. Jesus says, hey, slow your roll. All is good. Roll that boulder out of the way. What do you mean roll the boulder out of the way? The man is dead for 4 days. His body is stinking and rotten. What are you going to do? You can't heal him. He's dead. Jesus did the impossible. Not just difficult, but the impossible. And rose Lazarus from the dead. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be able to perform miracles like that. But the lesson to be learned is that it's never too late. It is never too late to make your dreams a reality. You might have done absolutely nothing the first 6 months of this year. You still have another 6 months left. What was once difficult now seems impossible, but you can still win. You can still conquer. You can still triumph. Doesn't always happen on your time. It doesn't always happen the way you planned it out to be, the way you started, the path you laid out. But you always have to keep moving forward. When I was ready to throw in that towel, and I said no. I'm ready to do what was once difficult and it is now seen as impossible with our new venture. Not only are we going to make it, but we're going to thrive. We're going to win. And we're going to win big. I claim it in the name of Jesus. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. Nothing worth having ever is. What is impossible in your life that you're ready to give up on? I'm here to tell you, you can still win, and you can still win big. What started off as difficult, that became impossible, is now going to become your victory. Claim it, and then put in the work to make it happen. My name is Brandon Ivey. Bye-bye.